I'm Teisha Bader with Shalom TV's news update for Friday, August the 29th, 2014. The off-duty IDF soldier who was critically injured a week ago from a rocket attack near Ashdod has died. As you may have seen on IBA News, 21-year-old Netanel Maman passed away at the Rabin Medical Center in Petah Tikva this morning. He was critically wounded last Friday night when a rocket hit a car he was traveling in at an intersection between Gan Yavne and Ashdod. He was laid to rest at the cemetery in Gan Yavne this morning. Maman's death brings the number of fatalities during Operation Protective Edge to 71. And Jewish-American yeshiva student Aaron Soffer was also laid to rest today. As we reported to you yesterday, a body found in the Jerusalem forest yesterday was feared to be that of Soffer, who has been missing since last Friday when he went hiking in the forest with a friend. Last night in Israel, the body was positively identified as the 23-year-old student from Lakewood, New Jersey. There is still not an official cause of death. Unconfirmed reports cite dehydration. Soffer was buried this morning in Beit Shemesh. U.S. Senator Robert Menendez, who was one of several American politicians who had made efforts to help in Soffer's disappearance, issued a statement of condolence, saying, "With the heartbreaking news of the death of Aaron Soffer, our worst nightmare has come true. There are no adequate words to convey my personal condolences to the Soffer family and to the people of Lakewood for this terrible loss." A bipartisan delegation from the U.S. House Armed Services Committee is in Israel this week. The 8-person group met yesterday with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and met today with Israel's Intelligence Minister Yuval Steinitz, where both leaders urged the need for global cooperation against Islamist terror, telling the congressman that the U.S., Israel, Western democracies, and moderate Arab states need to stand together to fight this common enemy. Speaking to reporters yesterday, together with committee chairman Representative Buck McKeon of California, Netanyahu expressed his gratitude for the support of the U.S. during the conflict with Hamas.
Thank you for standing up to these enemies of mankind. On the House Armed Services Committee, we're happy with the work we've been able to do working with you on Golden Dome and how you've used it to protect human life. And we will keep that bond and that friendship and that special relationship that we have forever. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Now that a long-term truce is in effect between Israel and Hamas, the Friends of the IDF is switching the focus of its campaign to offer support for IDF soldiers that have served in Gaza and to their families. The FIDF Day After campaign will provide well-being activities and programs towards all the IDF soldiers who took part in Operation Protective Edge, including helping those soldiers who were injured as well as those who are coping with the personal loss of their fellow soldiers and other difficult challenges of battle. The Jerusalem Post reports that 70 years after the remains of Jews murdered by the Nazis at the Sobibor death camp were left in shallow graves at the site, they will be laid to rest according to Jewish law. Approximately 250,000 Jews were murdered at Sobibor. The Nazis bulldozed the camp and planted trees to cover the atrocities after a group of Jews revolted in 1943. However, with time, the site became exposed and bones were visible to visitors, looking like small rocks scattered on the ground. One such visitor was Johnny Daniels, who founded From the Depths, an Israeli organization working to preserve Jewish sites in Poland. Daniels was shocked when he found out that the remains were left in such a way and is doing something about it. From the Depths will bring representatives of the chief rabbinate, rescue, and forensic experts from Israel to collect the bones for a proper Jewish burial, which will take place at a ceremony on October the 22nd. The organization will invite leaders from around the world to attend, which Daniels said was especially important for leaders from Europe in light of the growing anti-Semitism there. He said they need to understand that the incidents happening now can lead to this. ReWalk Robotics, the Israeli company whose exoskeleton system makes it possible for people who have suffered spinal injuries to stand and walk, is going public. The company received FDA approval for their device last month and announced on Wednesday that they will be making initial public offering on the NASDAQ next month. U.S. President Barack Obama was shown the device during his visit to Israel last spring, where he was able to observe IDF veteran Radi Kaouf, who was almost completely paralyzed, use the device, which he also used last year to complete the Israel Marathon. A new birthright program has been designed especially for Israeli-born youth who now live in the U.S. The Israeli-American Council, or IAC, has partnered with Birthright to launch a special Hebrew-speaking 10-day Israel program called IAC Shelanu. IAC National Board member Adam Milstein said there is no better way to inspire our young generation, ignite their spirit, and connect them to their Jewish Israeli heritage and the State of Israel than to bring them to Israel with IAC Shelanu and let them see with their own eyes the history, land, and miracles of our startup nation. And that's Shalom TV's news update for Friday, August the 29th, 2014. Remember, live Shabbat services are coming up at 6 o'clock from New York City's Central Synagogue. I'm Teisha Bader. I will see you back here on Tuesday after the holiday weekend. Shabbat Shalom.